Hello, I'm Chef Michael McDermott, and welcome to Chef Michael's Food Hacks. Okay, we're making chicken and dumplings today. I've got in here half coconut milk, half chicken broth. Then I've got some peas and carrots and some sage and some poultry seasonings, okay? And I'm bringing this up to a simmer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to thicken this. Now it has to be simmering when you thicken it. Do not bring up stuff to a boil, okay? When you bring stuff up to a boil, you have to turn it down to a simmer. Nothing cooks at a boil except maybe pasta, okay? I hate when I see that in the instructions. It drives me nuts. Okay, so now I just put the thickener in here. What that was half a cup of coconut milk, cornstarch, okay? Not a big fan of cornstarch, but in a pinch it works real well. Now you can use the same amount. I used about 6 tablespoons. 5-6 tablespoons. You can use the same amount of gluten-free flour that's browned, okay? Then you can drop that in and whisk it in, but make sure you whisk it together with some liquid first, otherwise you're going to get lumps. Now you see we don't have any lumps, and also I want you to see how the bubbles are starting to get coated. That means that the thickener is starting to work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm adding some roasted chicken from the other night. I have about 4 chicken breasts here. So I just shred it, but put it on, put it on pulse. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat that down. Is I've got eggs, coconut milk, and some almond milk. I'm going to pour that in here, okay? Then I've got gluten-free flour, almond flour, gluten-free flour. Now and some butter. Now see, I left the butter. It's not hard. It's not soft. It's kind of in the middle. And you notice how I didn't blend the eggs. I just want to squish them in because I don't want air in my biscuits. The dough, I add just a little bit more flour to that. You want it sticky. You don't want it liquid, okay? So I'm going to, look at that. I just drop it right in, okay? I drop it right in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around in a circle. I'm going to cook this for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn it all the way down. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to cook for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? So you see they're bubbling away, but you have to take and press on top of the dumpling. Make sure it's firm, okay? So make sure it's done. All right, now I'm going to grab a couple of these dumplings from behind the camera. Watch this trick. Put a couple of them in the bowl. Look how nice and firm that. Look at how firm my dumpling is. Also, I put a little paprika on there just to give it a little color. And I'm going to put some of the chicken and vegetables around it, okay? This is obviously from my 17-year-old son who eats like a football player. Okay, so that's it. There's your chicken and dumplings, a la Chef Michael. Very quick meal, very delicious. I'm Chef Michael McDermott. This has been Chef Michael's Food Hacks. Please remember to stay tuned for the next Chef Michael's Food Hacks. And remember, when you eat well, you live well. Visit our partner on Facebook, Borderlands Market and Produce on Wheels Without Waste.